Shit, it's SINA. She ruckus.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Big Llama Show. I'm the Big Llama, guys. Thank you guys so much for joining me. This is an episode of First Impressions, where we basically skip the reaction and go right into our analysis, right into our first impressions of a show, a movie, or whatever it is that we've just watched. We just finished recording, myself and BLKOUT AD just finished recording our reaction to The Penguin episode 1, and man, we were impressed. So if you cannot wait for the reaction video to come out, which should come out very, very soon,
ain't nobody got time for that.
This is going to be our exact thoughts when we finished recording, when we finished watching it, exactly what we're going to see. So this is going to be a skipping of that reaction. So if this is what you want, this is what you're going to get. Also, this is full of spoilers. So please, if you have not seen the show, go watch the show and come back and watch this particular episode. Now, if you want to watch the full watch-along version, it is available right now at our Patreon. So go to Patreon and go to our Patreon, and you can watch it right now, or become a channel member and you can watch it right now. It's already available. It's already on, uploaded and ready to go. So please go check that out if you want to watch it along with us and get the full unedited version of everything that we said, our full reactions.
Wait for what? What are you waiting for?
And also our breakdown. So you can watch it there. And if you like any of the stuff that we're wearing, check out our link for the merch store. All right, let's get right into the first impressions. Again, this is exactly when the camera stopped recording our reaction and we started talking about the movie. Here we go. The Penguin episode 1. The thoughts, man. Thoughts. This fucking thing is great.
I'm dying and I can't. I
was like, yeah, thoughts, and I'm like, oh shit, he's over there choking.
I'm dying. Anyway,
no,
really
go,
good,
man.
really fucking good episode, man. Had me locked in from literally beginning to end. I really enjoy the atmosphere of the movie. Like, we were talking about this on the Big Llama Show every Sunday, 10 p.m. Eastern. We do the podcast, but we were talking about it this last week, and I really enjoyed. My favorite part of the Batman was like the atmosphere of the Batman. Like, I mean, I like that they went with the detective, more methodical kind of thing. It feels like with this, like I said, it's very good at switching paces. Like, you get one scene, let's just say them in the restaurant, and it's just like one long dialogue filled scene, and then as soon as he walks out of the building, it's like on the go. The whole episode was him on the go. Literally, the only time he stopped, when you think about it, and I think it was on purpose, was when he sat down, took his shoe off, and like massaged his fucking gross ass fucking feet. But I mean, again, I think they controlled the pace really well. They had us. I mean, me personally, I felt like a little roller coaster of like, what the fuck's happening? Again, you said something very, very good in the middle of the episode. You were like, he knows the plan. We just don't know the plan. Right. And when you said that, I was kind of like, no, there doesn't seem to be a plan yet in my head, you know? But how the episode plays out, there was a plan. It was executed perfectly. And you could just see like, yeah, it worked, you know? So.
Yeah. And that's, yeah, you're right. I don't know. It plays to that he's an impulsive character. So I think that's the misdirect at the beginning, which is he yells it out like, fuck, I screwed up at the beginning. But there's pieces of like people blowing his head up. And I was, the mom, even the sister sort of saying you're capable of more. You're able to do it. And then you slowly start to see him understanding, like, I know the next step. I know what I need to do. And so when the plan fucking hits in that last act of the first episode, it's amazing. Because it's a slow build to that reveal, and then all the pieces worked. The death of the brother, the ring, how that comes in with the guy in the jail cell, taunting the sister, like it all comes together. So it was like a well put together episode to really sort of hook you in. But to your point, the environment, the pacing, the like if you didn't care about if they didn't like immerse you in the environment, it could be very talk heavy, right? Or it could be very what people would call like slow build or you know or drag a little bit. But it doesn't because it immerses you from that opening sequence. And so there's a body, there are stakes, there are things that are happening that you're like every word I'm hanging on to because I don't even know what's happening. I don't know what's the next step. So it's just really well put together.
Yeah.
And I think that's what hooks you in. And I honestly think it enhances the original movie because you're now again, the movie is 2.5 hours of welcome to the world. This is a slow opening world building type thing, but the world, like you said it feels lived in. It feels like
Oh
a
yeah.
place you can go to. It was just great, and there were some great performances for sure.
Honestly, when you think about like Marvel and them having different, TV series and whatever, there hasn't been that connectivity. Like Loki doesn't feel like a Thor movie, like none of these feel that they have their different tones, and yeah, when you put them together, it works. But they all have their different tones to it. I mean, Miss Marvel or not Miss Marvel. What was the TV show one?
Oh, I think it was Miss Marvel.
Miss Marvel. Okay,
There was
yeah,
Captain Marvel,
Captain
and there was
Marvel.
Miss
Yeah, yeah.
Marvel. Yeah.
Miss Marvel didn't feel like Captain Marvel,
Mm-mm.
but they connected, whatever. This feels like an extension of the the Batman, but also like I think immediately with the news in the beginning of the episode, I think it brings you right back in. Like it shows you like one, if you saw the movie, you're like, oh fuck, that did happen. Oh yeah, that did happen. Oh yeah, yeah. But even if you didn't know, it just like captures you right then. Like, oh, what the fuck is going on? Like, why is it looming over him? Obviously, it's what he's hearing or whatever. But it feels like it's an extension to that movie. It doesn't feel like a different world. It doesn't feel like two different entities. It really does feel like it's the next day, just following him. We stopped following the Batman. Now we're following him through this city, and like what that feels like from his perspective. And again, more fast paced, more on the go, more trying to get shit done, trying to climb to the top. Whereas Batman was more methodical. The movie itself, I'm talking about, like, I mean, you're
Yep.
trying to catch the Riddler, you're trying to see what the Riddler's things is, but still as smart as the Batman, I think. Very smart because again, the ring in my head, I'm like, oh yeah, he wants to give it. Either he wants to keep it for himself as like a token of what he was saying about the father, or he want when they went back to the jail cell. Then I was like, oh, but he's probably gonna give him the ring back to show faith, and then that's what he does. But realistically, it's to play the two families against each other, which they all kind of. That's the thing. This episode, like you said, the mom and the crazy bitch who was phenomenal. I gotta know her name. I can't call her crazy bitch, but she's fucking nuts. To be honest, they did give him credit, and they did say you want more, you go get it, type shit, and like that he can do more. But I feel like the guys underestimate him because they just look down on him. And he said it. He's like when they feel big and bad, I just make myself small, make them feel good. I get out of there, get back to work. But they underestimate, like they know he's a shiesty guy, but they underestimate how good or how like how truly in
Yep.
his head. I mean, that play was masterful. And again, it stays the same level of smartness because again, with the Riddler in the Batman, you kind of like, oh, what's happening? Like
Yeah.
what's the next clue? What's this clue mean? This is a different kind of like keeping you thinking, like, what is the plan? Like when you said that was, to me, that's a very good, because that's what I thought of immediately when it crashed and said, oh, Llama was right. Like he did have a plan. I just didn't. Like I wasn't picking up on like the actual plan itself. Again, like you said, it's like he has a plan. We're just following with him. We
Right.
don't know what the plan is. We don't know ahead of time. He's not explaining. He's not giving us dialogue. We're just following the play, and
Right.
and like when he had the conversation with Vic, who I think Vic is a very good character. I think Vic is a very good character because again, it's there's a side of him that Oswald feels, it's like a kinship there. It's like they're both kind of disabled in their own way. I mean, obviously he just has a speech impediment. I'm sure that, I mean, even the trailers you could tell like he's gonna be more confident. I think Oswald's gonna give him the confidence, but also like I think Oswald kind of wants like somebody to mentor. I think like I don't know that I'm excited to see how that relationship develops. But
Yeah, no, I think there's I think that the character of Vic is is the character that's uneasy for us the fan because he seemed to be a good character or a good guy somewhat, right? He was just maybe fell with the wrong crowd. But how does how does him coming under, Penguin's tutelage, how does that develop over the eight, episodes? That's going to be an interesting play.
oh, but we got to think too. Unless he dies during the series, but he's gonna be in the Batman too. He's gonna be Penguin's right hand. So this is a character that not only are we gonna see for 8 episodes, we're gonna see past. Again, I want to go look and see if this is a character from like the comic books or something like they're basing it off of. Because I'm kind
Yeah,
of curious in that sense. But yeah, I'm interested to see in like their relationship, but also I mean, obviously, we know the Penguin becomes head. I just want to see how this version of the Penguin outthinks everybody because it's very clear the only one that's really on his level is the crazy bitch. Like,
yeah, yeah, and that's
and
who
the
he's
mom.
sparring with. Yeah, no, that's Sophia, I think is her name. I was just saw it over here and to the left of me, but she's the only one that he's sparring with. Looks like throughout this series, which is going to be good because she's unpredictable and it's a little bit hard to figure out. Does she really know? Does she not know? Is it just that she's crazy? But my favorite parts, a couple of them. One you mentioned was that speech that he gave about them being gritty and them no one
Yeah.
hands anything to him. I love that part,
Yeah.
and which I love the writing of that one. But I love the scene of him and her at the restaurant because he kind of that was like the most tension filled. Like you knew or you thought you knew that she knows about the death of the brother or that he had something to do with it. He's trying to weasel his way out of it and he gets out of it. But like it's just the buildup of them, the look. Again, subtle things. The look that she gives, a couple of hints, how he turns the story around. It was a great. It was just a great. Like again,
It's
you're
really a cat and
captivated.
mouse game because
Yeah, yeah,
I mean, he said it. He was like, she knows, or I don't know if she knows yet, or she does. She knows, or she's gonna find out. Like, and she played it like if she knew already. But
right.
realistically, when you heard her, she's like, everything did check out. So she went and like actually went and checked and like put all the puzzle pieces together. Um. So yeah, yeah, man, great
Yeah,
episode, man. Great
yeah, no,
episode. I'm excited for the next 7 episodes. I'm I'm curious to see like if the pacing stays the same as this episode, or if there's gonna be like slower episodes, or because I think it should. I think like what they were doing with like changing the pace to me was very masterful, and they did it very good. Like, I mean, obviously the reviews were saying that this was gonna be good, and I think they lived up to those for sure.
yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, the episode lived up to the hype, so the
Yeah.
reviews were on point about how good it was. Now I think the reviewers saw episodes 1 and 2.
Okay.
So everyone who's seen 1 and 2 came out saying that how good the show was going to be. So episode 2 hopefully should be just as good, if not better, right? But then after that, we'll see how the show sort
Nah,
of
this
progresses. But
unless this finishes really weak, I don't see this being a whack show at all. And that honestly gets me really excited for what this Batman franchise can be because again, very down to earth, but also like I feel like you can maybe I don't know. I don't know if you can put like any like superpowers or anything in this, but you would have to like keep everything very grounded. And I think that's a take that DC really hasn't tried. I mean, besides Joker, which I think Joker's like probably what gave him a very good vision of like, let's keep this very grounded.
yeah,
Even though the Joker might be an Elseworld type of thing, let's let's build a foundation with this. I'm excited because I want to see other characters. Like, I wonder if there are going to be any, you know, characters beyond the Penguin storyline, which who knows? I mean, obviously there's a plethora of characters they can use, but like I would like to see some of these Batman villains and stuff, kind of what they did with Gotham, but like with with this character, because this Penguin to me, I mean, I really like Gotham and I really like the Penguin in that one, but this one's a different kind of like you could tell he's just like always think again like the Kaiser Sose kind of like character where it's like let me trick these guys, but I'm ahead of everybody, you know. So yeah,
Yep.
I really enjoyed this.
No, it was really good. It was really good. So, and the last thing I'll say is the guy Colin Farrell is lost in the makeup. I forget it's him. I like to see what he actually looks like and what he looks like on the show. It's not distracting at all. Like I do not even remember what Colin Farrell looks like, or I don't even care what he looks like. And that's
this movie
great.
is immersive. I mean,
Yeah.
excuse me. This show is immersive. Like I'm telling you, from as soon as the first news article came up, I was like, "Oh, I'm here." I didn't talk for like probably the first 10 minutes of this reaction, but it was because I was just like, "Oh shit!" Like this is very, very good storytelling. You know. So again, this year we've had a lot of pretty subpar shows that were okay, you know, but like to get an episode like this on the first episode on something that I feel like people probably doubted, you know, it's very good to see. And I think they need to continue with this type of Batman storytelling because me personally, I really enjoy it.
Yep, me too. All right, so guys, if you guys liked this episode and you guys enjoyed it, we'll be back for episode 2. Join us for that. Again, if you're on the watch along, thank you for watching with us. If you're on the YouTube edit, thank you for enjoying it. Please make sure to like and subscribe.
Like and comment, pussy boys.
That's right, pussy boys. That's our new favorite thing. So make sure you guys like and comment, like and subscribe. Join us for episode 2. All right, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed that episode of First Impressions. I hope you guys come back for more. Remember, if you guys like this type of content, please make sure to like and subscribe. That's how you guys show some love to the channel. Again, if you want to watch full-length versions of the reaction, go to Patreon or become a channel member. The YouTube edit, which will be a trimmed-down version of our reaction, will be out very, very soon, and we can't wait to show that to you. So again, thank you guys so much for supporting the channel. Thank you for showing it love, and we're going to see you guys next time on First Impressions for episode 2 of The Penguin. We're going to be doing it every week for the next 8 weeks, so we're excited to get into it. So on behalf of myself and Blackout AD, thank you guys. Remember, be kind, rewind, it's movie night, and we're going to see you guys on the next one.
No! What are you waiting for? Do it! Just do it! Yes, you can! Just do it!
First off, I don't care what you people say. Never follow.